Italy is not just a country you visit. It is a feeling you carry long after you leave. Here, beauty is woven into daily life. In the curve of ancient streets, the silence of mountains, the glow of sunsets over water. Italy teaches us to slow down, to feel deeply, and to remember that life is meant to be tasted, not rushed. These places are not destinations alone. They are reminders of wonder, patience, and the art of truly living. 1. Amalfi Coast, Italy. Steep cliffs descend into a sea painted in endless shades of blue. Small villages cling to the mountains like brushstrokes on a masterpiece. Lemon trees scent the air, and winding roads reveal views that stop time itself. The Amalfi Coast feels like elegance made visible. It reminds you that life does not need to be loud to be unforgettable, only sincere and beautifully lived. 2. Venice, Italy. Water replaces roads, and silence replaces noise. Gondolas glide slowly through narrow canals where centuries still breathe. Reflections shimmer on stone walls, and every bridge feels like a quiet poem. Venice teaches that beauty can exist without permanence. It shows how something fragile, when loved carefully, can survive against all odds. 3. Florence, Italy. Art, history, and humanity meet in perfect balance. Golden light touches Renaissance buildings, and creativity seems to flow through the air itself. Florence feels thoughtful and inspired, a place where dreams were once carved from marble and painted onto ceilings. It reminds you that passion, when nurtured, can change the world. 4. Tuscany, Italy. Rolling hills stretch endlessly beneath wide skies. Vineyards glow at sunset, and stone villages rest peacefully in time. Tuscany moves slowly, inviting reflection and gratitude. It teaches that fulfillment comes not from speed or excess, but from harmony, patience, and appreciating what is already enough. 5. Dolomites, Italy. Jagged peaks rise sharply into the sky, glowing softly at dawn and dusk. Alpine meadows feel untouched, quiet, and pure. The Dolomites offer solitude that strengthens the spirit. Here, the vastness of nature humbles the mind and reminds you how small worries truly are. 6. Lake Como, Italy. Still waters mirror mountains and elegant villas along the shore. Everything feels calm, balanced, and refined. Lake Como carries an air of quiet luxury, not meant to impress, but to soothe. It shows that beauty does not demand attention. It simply exists, confidently and peacefully. 7. Cinque Terre, Italy. Colorful homes cling to rugged cliffs above the sea. Narrow paths connect villages shaped by resilience and simplicity. Waves crash below, constant and honest. Cinque Terre feels raw and alive. It reminds you that strength grows from adapting, and beauty often rises from the hardest landscapes. 8. Rome, Italy. Ancient ruins stand boldly beside modern life. Every street feels layered with memory, power, and time. Rome is not quiet, but it is meaningful. It teaches that history lives on through resilience, and that even after empires fall, their spirit can still shape the world. 9. Vatican City, Italy. A place where silence feels sacred. Art and faith merge beneath towering domes and painted ceilings. Light filters gently through vast spaces, encouraging reflection and humility. Vatican City reminds you that belief, whether spiritual or personal, can be a powerful source of strength and peace. 10. Positano, Italy. Houses cascade down cliffs toward the sea in warm shades of pink and gold. The rhythm of waves blends with distant laughter. Positano feels joyful and romantic, yet grounded. It teaches that happiness often lives in moments shared, not possessions owned. 11. Sicily, Italy. An island shaped by fire, sea, and culture. Ancient temples rise from sunburned earth, and Mount Etna watches quietly from above. Sicily feels intense and alive. It reminds you that identity is layered, shaped by struggle, beauty, and the courage to endure. 12. Capri, Italy. Crystal waters surround dramatic cliffs, and light dances endlessly across the sea. Capri feels dreamy, suspended between land and sky. It shows that escape is not about running away, but about reconnecting with calm, clarity, and the beauty of simplicity. 13. Milan, Italy. Modern energy meets timeless design. Fashion, art, and ambition move together in rhythm. Milan feels driven and confident, yet deeply rooted in culture. It reminds you that progress and tradition can coexist, shaping a future that still respects its past. 14. Verona, Italy. Soft light falls on ancient streets and quiet balconies. Romance lingers gently in the air. Verona feels tender and poetic, a city that believes in love even after centuries pass. It teaches that emotion, when honored, can transcend time itself. 15. Sardinia, Italy. Turquoise waters meet untouched beaches and wild landscapes. The air feels clean, open, and free. Sardinia offers solitude and connection at once. It reminds you that freedom often comes from returning to nature and listening to its quiet wisdom. 16. Matera, Italy. Stone homes carved into cliffs tell stories of survival and rebirth. Matera feels ancient and resilient. It teaches that beauty can rise from hardship, and that even the simplest places can hold extraordinary depth. 17. Naples, Italy. Vibrant streets pulse with life, laughter, and emotion. Chaos and warmth exist side by side. Naples feels real, unfiltered, and alive. It reminds you that life is not meant to be perfect. It is meant to be felt fully. 18. Pompeii, Italy. Frozen in time beneath volcanic ash, Pompeii speaks without words. Streets, homes, and lives remain paused forever. It reminds you how fragile existence is, and how important it is to live consciously before moments turn into memories. 19. Bologna, Italy. Warm colors, endless arcades, and quiet confidence define the city. Bologna feels intellectual yet comforting. It teaches that depth, knowledge, and warmth can coexist, creating a life that feels meaningful and balanced. 20. Lake Garda, Italy. Mountains, villages, and water meet in perfect harmony. The lake reflects calm and openness. Lake Garda invites reflection and rest. It reminds you that peace often comes when opposites meet gently. 21. Assisi, Italy. Soft hills surround stone streets filled with silence and faith. Assisi feels spiritual without being heavy. It teaches humility, kindness, and the power of living simply with purpose. 22. Trentino Alto Adige, Italy. Alpine landscapes blend Italian warmth with mountain strength. Forests, valleys, and peaks create a feeling of balance. It reminds you that identity can be diverse, yet beautifully unified. 23. Puglia, Italy. White villages glow under southern sun. Olive trees stretch endlessly across the land. Puglia feels honest and rooted. It teaches that beauty does not need perfection, only authenticity. 24. Siena, Italy. Medieval streets curve naturally through time. Siena feels proud, calm, and deeply human. It reminds you that tradition can guide without controlling, offering stability in a changing world. 25. Val d'Orcia, Italy. Gentle hills, winding roads, and golden light create a landscape that feels eternal. Val d'Orcia is quiet and poetic. It reminds you that life's most powerful moments are often the simplest: a road, a horizon, and the courage to keep going. Some places stay in your memory. Others quietly change the way you see the world. Italy does not ask to be understood. It asks to be felt. In the stillness of early mornings, in the warmth of shared meals, in the beauty of time moving slowly. Long after the journey ends, these places remain within you. They remind you to live with intention, to notice small wonders, and to choose a life filled with meaning rather than speed. Because travel is not about how far you go. It is about how deeply you feel along the way.